Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to talk about my second game of the second round of the Ncaa tournament. How about this? Number 10 Arkansas. They upset number 2 seed St. John's 75-66. You know, let's give congratulations for Coach Calipari. Haven't seen him coach this hard in 5 or 6 years, but he, hate to say it, man, he low-key owns Rick Pitino. Like, hate to say it, but he's 9-2 against him since 2010. So do with that what you will. Just dominance, man. I thought St. John's would win this game or go far in the tournament, but that offense was the death of them. Thought their defense played well enough to give them a chance, but they couldn't make a 3 today to save their lives. I mean, Arkansas really couldn't either, but it felt like every time they got to the paint, most of the time they scored. All St. John's could do was either score in the paint or score off free throws. And R.J. Luis Jr. What the hell was that? 9 points? The best you can do for me is 9 points? 3 for 17 shooting? That's the best you can do? Biggest game. The lights were just too bright for Mr. R.J. Luis. He hit 2 free throws to cut their lead to 2 points. He was subbed out after the second make. He never returned to the game. Is it because of how he shot during the game? Was he hurt? I mean, he was like 3 for 17, because he was shooting like ass. I don't know why they didn't look to Asia for it at all down the stretch, really. Maybe draw some fouls, try and get a bucket, I don't know. But it was bizarre, J. Luis got subbed out. I know he was 3 for 17, but I've seen players shoot worse and not get subbed out of games. But I swear, a group of plumbers would win a 3-point contest over this St. John's team. That's why they got beat. Outside of missing, they missed so many layups. I don't know how many layups they missed. They don't have an outside threat. I know Arkansas didn't shoot well either. I mean, Arkansas shot like 2 for 19. But I think you'll miss the point. St. John's depends on heavily underneath. And like the commentator said, what happens when their stars go cold? They had no one else to rely on. They didn't have that spark at the 3-point line either. They aren't a 3-point team. And they couldn't stay in front of the rim at Falcon at times either. St. John's just wasn't a good 3-point shooting team this season. And that was really their downfall. Luis on the bench was crazy. But yeah, St. John's has to be the worst shooting good team that I've ever seen. I don't know. If the threes aren't going down the stretch, why are you chucking threes? You do not have to chuck 3 after 3 after 3 after 3 after 3. And give credit where credit's due. Cal ran circles around Rick Pitino today. And Cal's team actually making their free throws down the stretch. SEC. That was really the story. I just don't know why they didn't run offense. With the missed free throw and turnovers, they could have been going for the tie. Or at least something. Attack the basket, because they called fouls, giving out fouls like it's candy in the second half. Drive to the rim or something instead of launching threes. I will never understand why they force threes when they know they can't shoot them. Just bad execution in the last minute. Get the ball to Ejiofor, or however the fuck you say his name. It's been it was just a struggle all day. Couldn't hit the damn backside of a barn. They probably wouldn't hit water if they fell in a pool. man. Like, these two teams shot terrible. 441 combined from 3. But, hey, congrats to Arkansas. I'm genuinely hurt for St. John's fans because they had such an unreal season. Just to go in the round of 32. But it felt like a typical Patino-Calipari game. Rick's team couldn't be tighter. Cal's team couldn't be looser. Calipari knows how to get his guys ready for pressure and physicality. He had them ready for this game. As long as they get to 70, and the way their defense is playing, it feels like an automatic win in these high leverage spots. And he got his team ready for pressure in this one. He normally doesn't, but he did this game. But this was a bloodbath of a basketball game. Two teams just beating up each other. I wouldn't want every college basketball game to be this, because I'll talk about the refs here in a second. But I guess it was entertaining. But it was a terrible officiating game. But I've never seen a Patino coach team give up. They gave up so many layups and just shoot so poorly. And I'm not surprised because they've shot poorly the whole season. But now let's talk about the referees. First half, okay, there was a bad flagrant 1 foul. I understand it, but it wasn't a good call. And then second half, oh my god. Foul after foul after foul, foul. It was foul after foul in the second half, fucking foul fest. I swear, college officiating is just broken. It's been for quite some time. This isn't a one-time thing. Here's the thing. It's Rick Pitino and Calipari, St. John's, Arkansas, with the Sweet 16 on the line. And the officiating and the foul calls can't be the story. And it was getting very close to being the story of this basketball game. Some of the worst refs I have ever seen. And it was on both ends, too. I don't know who the hell these referees were, but do not bring them back for another tournament game. The whistle was just taking over. This is college basketball, folks. College basketball. With the 92 best officials. I get St. John's games are tough to officiate, but you gotta do fucking better than this, dude. Like, and I'm not blaming the refs for their loss. I'm just saying on both ends they were just terrible. Like, it just some point was bad to watch. And that Kadary Richmond where he fouled out, that was atrocious. Oh, he shouldn't have put himself in that position. What? He shouldn't play good defense? I mean, sure, it's not a foul. Tony Padilla, never bring him back for another tournament game. But these refs should be banned from the tournament. Like, how do you even teach going straight up on defense anymore? NBA, college, D1, D3, doesn't matter. How are you supposed to teach straight up? Because he was straight up, he never touched him. Even if the shooter runs into a defender, nope, foul. Who even knows what a foul is? And that's not why they lost. I mean, the refs were terrible on both ends. The thing is, St. John's couldn't shoot to save their life because they had the backside of a barn. But at least they let the players decide the game down the stretch. At least. But I was very close to being like, oh, let the players on both teams decide this game. And they did. At least. But that Kadary foul came in very, very late. The refs were just trying to make it about themselves. Officiating was just absolutely putrid. But St. John's was just really unimpressive. If it's your first time, really? But if this is your first time really watching St. John's, it would make zero sense to you. Oh, how's this team a 2 seed? But the athleticism of Arkansas was just kind of more than St. John's has seen this whole season. And Arkansas was getting a paint touch whenever they want. They were really abusing the switches, and St. John's is really struggling with the ball screens in this one, so I guess this game was entertaining from the standpoint of Pitino, Calipari, Sweet 16 bid on the line. But the refs tried their best to absolutely make this a ref show. And they did. So instead of, I guess, talking about, oh, Sweet 16 for Calipari and Arkansas first season, people will probably be talking about the refs. Let's go over your stats here. Billy Richmond was leading scorer, 16 points. 9 rebounds for Billy Richmond III. He was 6 of 10 from the field, a near double-double for Billy Richmond. A big, massive, low taper fade game for Billy Richmond. 15 points, 6 rebounds for Carter Knox. The 2 leading scorers, freshmen. John L. Davis, 13 points. Trevin Brazil, 8 points. DJ Wagner, 8 points, 4 assists. Boogie on down, dun. 6 points. Ado, 7 points and 7 rebounds. Big Z, with 2 points. 22-13 record, and they're going to the Sweet 16 to play either Drizzy Drake, or Texas Tech. For Arkansas, stats here: 27-63 from the field, 42.9%, 2 of 19 from 3, 10.5%, 19 to 27, 70% at the line, 50 total rebounds, 21 offensive, 29 defensive, 10 assists, 7 blocks, 5 steals, 9 turnovers, and 23 fouls. As for St. John's, ass. 21 of 75, 28.0%. 2 for 22, 9.1%. This has to be the worst pair of shooting teams that I have covered this season. Arkansas is normally at least a decent three-point shooting team, but this has to be the worst game that I've covered with three-point shooting. That's what I'm trying to say. 9%. 22 to 31, 71% from the line. That's where they got like most of their points. 57 total rebounds, 34 offensive rebounds, 23 defensive, 5 assists, 3 blocks, 5 steals, 6 turnovers, and 20 fouls. So let's go over St. John's stats. 31-5 record to end their season. Asia Ford, 23 points, 12 rebounds for Asia Ford. 7 of 12 from the field, 9 of 11 from the free throw line. This is my thing. When the threes aren't falling, why just not go to Asia Ford? I don't get it. 8 offensive rebounds. Play his heart out. Everyone on St. John's not named Asia Ford shot 14 of 63. I have never seen a top player just disappear like R.J. Luis Jr. has. Or did today here. The thing is, why not just get the ball to Asia Ford? He's been your best player the whole day. Why do you not get the ball to him? Makes no sense. Aaron Scott, 7 points, 10 rebounds. Luis Jr., 9 points. You were ass, sir. Richmond, 5 points, 4 rebounds, terrible foul out. Davian Smith, 13 points. Prey, 4 points. Leo Topolos, 3 points. Wiltshire, 2 points. So, 75-66 your final. 35-32 Arkansas in that first half. First half was fun to watch. Second half was a bit brutal. But 40-34 Arkansas, and they closed the game out to advance to the Sweet 16. So, congratulations to Mr. Calipari and his Arkansas Razorbacks. Advancing next round. Arkansas put the clamps on defensively, but the shooting was at St. John's. That's been their weakness this season. And they say sometimes your biggest weaknesses get exposed in the big moments, and they got exposed. So, yeah, that's really all I got to say here. So, leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.